Bling sisters. Welcome to the Silver Shells Bling Party. We're the Bling sisters. Jewelry, bling, fashion, that's our destiny. We're inviting people to join the Bling sisters. Bringing entertainers from around the world. We help you find places to go. We'll sell you the jewelry to take you there. Glamour, accessorize. Let's get out of the living room and out on the town.
Up and down the 101, glamorized party and having fun.
Sonoma, Santa Rosa, Bodega Bay, Windsor, Katani, Roner Park, Petaluma, Hillsburg.
We're the Bling sisters. Welcome to the Silver Shells Bling Party. We're the Bling sisters. Jewelry, bling, fashion, that's our destiny. We're the Bling sisters. Welcome to the Silver Shells Bling Party. We're the Bling sisters. Jewelry, bling, fashion, that's our destiny. We talk, we chat, we have conversations with interesting people from around the Bay.
Come on, join the Bling Sisters. Let them sell you jewelry that'll make your day.
We're the Bling sisters. Welcome to the Silver Shells Bling Party. Welcome to the Silver Shells Bling Party.
We go. Hello, everyone, and it is a beautiful Thursday evening here in Sonoma County. You're watching Silver Shells Bling Party. I'm Silver Shells,
I'm Cindy Jenkins.
and we are
The
Bling
Bling
Sisters.
Sisters.
I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. We have our 99th guest.
99.
99.
99 Luftballons.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, worm ear. Earworm.
Earworm. Okay. Anyway, I'm from Sonoma County. I don't know where you're from. No, I'm kidding. Tonight we have a Suze Lanier-Bramlett. She was born in Dallas, Texas, and later moved to New York. She is an actress, photographer, musician, singer, songwriter, casting director, producer, but she's best known as Brenda Carter from the 1977 horror movie The Hills Have Eyes. She's been in Welcome Back, Kotter, Happy Days, Barnaby Jones, Sha-Na-Na. She was also the second Chrissy on the second pilot for Three's Company. And she had a country band in the 80s, and she was married to Delaney Bramlett. So we want to welcome Suze Lanier-Bramlett. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome.
How are you?
We're good. We're so sorry about last week. We just had their tough technical difficulties, and so I'm really glad that we're able to connect with you tonight. Yay!
I mean, I wish I'd been 100, but I'll take 99.
That yes.
99 is cool. 99 is really cool.
100 is really full.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, we've had a lot of guests on our show, and we just have such a good time. And we've done, we had Rudy Colombini, and we just had Elvin Bishop.
I know. I saw that. He's wonderful. He's great. He's cool.
Well, we have Barry the Fish Melton upcoming, and so we're just excited about our whole show.
That's cool. Yeah, you guys do a great job.
Thank
There's
you.
always glitches in this virtual world. It's kind of new for everyone. We're all trying to figure it out. And so, occasionally there'll be a little bump in the road.
Sometimes there are little bumps in the road. So, Suze, when did you know you wanted to be an actress? I mean, what really sparked you when you were younger to take up acting like people do musicians? Were there actors in your family?
No, there weren't actors in my family. Musicians, however. My mother came from a very musical family, and so I always loved music. And when I was 13, I was walking through a park in Dallas where I was born and raised, and they were having auditions for a kids play called Winnie the Littlest Witch, and I wandered over to the gathering of people, and I said, "Could I audition?" And the guy said, "Yeah, sure." So he gave me some lines, and I got Winnie the Littlest Witch, and so I won an award in Dallas for the Parks and Recreation Department of Best Actress,
Oh, how
and
fun.
when I was 13, and so I had the bug, and I got bitten by the bug, and it never went away. So,
Oh
so
my
So, what's it like being in just a sea of young women looking for all of the same roles that you're looking for?
it's hell. It's actual hell. You
yeah.
know, I mean, you're what when I'm 13 or when I'm this age
Yeah.
In between, all ages in between.
never goes away. That part of it is here to stay. You know, every role that is available, there are hundreds of people who want it. So you have to have your chops up and you have to be ready and you have to be what the director's looking for or know him. So or her. Know the person. You know, it's a lot of luck. It's a lot of who you know. And so there's, you know, if a person is not a person who likes competition,
Uh-huh.
not a career that you want to go down. It's very competitive.
So, how did you end up with the role of Brenda Carter? How did that come to you?
I had done a number of sitcoms, and I was kind of in 1976. I was sort of the little it comedy sitcom girl. I was doing all these sitcoms as well as dramas on TV, and the casting director knew my work. I had also starred at the Amundsen Theater uh, with Richard Chamberlain in Night of the Iguana, and the casting director had come to that. So Gus Shermer was his name, and he worked with a woman that I grew to love named Carol Prop. And so the two of them called me in for that part. They had seen my work both on theater and then on also TV. So I'd already done Bambi from Welcome Back, Kotter. So I was kind of, I had a little bit of a name, and Wes wanted somebody that was cute, could play 16, and had a little bit of a name and was cheap. So hard.
Well,
It's how was the audition? I mean, you see him. Was it you acting with one of the other characters
No,
or?
nobody in there. It was on Sunset, a big office building, and Peter Locke, the producer, and Wes were in the room. And actually, it was more of a meeting than an audition. Wes
Okay.
and I did a little improv. The original script, um, I don't even know if the original script was finished, but they had a green light to go ahead. And Wes and I did a little improvisation together, and I read a couple of lines from what was there, but it wasn't really an audition. It was a meeting and then kind of an offer on the spot. You know, they
nice.
said, "We would like for you to do it," and they called my agent. My agent didn't want me to do it. He said a horror movie will ruin your career.
Uh-huh.
Back then, it was really, unless it was a really high budget film, somewhat like Carrie,
Right.
it was considered sort of
B.
not cool to do it. Um, but I had already done a lot of television and I really was frustrated and I wanted, my dream was to star in a movie. And when I had this opportunity, I went, I'm taking it, I'm
Yeah.
doing it. So, and it's been the gift that has, and that keeps on giving always. It never surprises me that it just keeps giving reward after reward back to me. I met Delaney through The Hills Have
Right.
Eyes.
Oh my gosh.
He had gone to the drive-in with his then girlfriend in 1977 and saw The Hills Have Eyes at a drive-in. And then I went, my girlfriend's husband was in his band, so I didn't know him. And so I went to a gig that he was doing, and he recognized me. He'd seen me in this movie the night before,
Uh,
and he came down off the stage and just said, give me your phone number. And I saw you in this movie last I don't know. I'm going to marry you. That was kind of a joke, but it turned out to be real.
Yeah.
That's a real sweet story.
Yeah. So I met, if I had not been in the Hills Have Eyes, there were a million girls at the club that night. I think that I wouldn't have married him, and we were together for many years. So
It's fate. It's a synchronicity. It's fate.
Well, I
think life is like that.
Yep.
One thing to the next, whatever.
So, what do you think about looking at our Hills Have Eyes trailer now?
Ooh.
And I'm going to give a warning to the audience.
Okay, you better. Okay,
There's some content.
Yeah.
There's some content. It's not for the weak.
but it's also, and pardon me, it's campy, right? It's
campy now.
It's campy now, but
Controversial. Now it's campy.
Now it's campy.
right.
Okay, well, let's look at it,
Let's go.
We are going to enjoy this. Come on, let's roll.
They wanted to see something different, but something different saw them first. The Hills Have Eyes.
Mister, don't take your family back in that area. The silver has been gone for 40 years now. Besides, there's nothing back in there but animals.
A lot. The old creep told you not to get off the road.
What began as a vacation ended as a nightmare.
Be hell to pay now.
What the hell was that? Turn the lights on, please.
She thought she knew what the world was all about, but nothing prepared her for this. The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, you go with my baby.
Get out of the way, Dick.
A mother fighting for her child loses it in the worst possible way.
I hit him with a tire iron and I split his face wide open. That was a bad mistake. I come back for you later, girlie. Why are you doing this?
The story of an American family who lost everything except the will to survive. Murdered, raped, burned, but not beaten. The Hills Have Eyes. The story of one family's refusal to die.
I'm gonna get those animals.
The Hills Have Eyes. A night of terror. A day of vengeance where no one was spared. No one.
Kill the babe! Kill me!
They fought back. Anything was a weapon. The family dog to the family car.
It's working!
The Hills Have Eyes. The most shocking, terrifying film you will ever see. By Wes Craven, writer and director of The Last House on the Left. The Hills Have Eyes. The lucky ones died first.
Here we are. And welcome back to Silver Shells Bling Party. I'm Silver Shells.
I'm Cindy Jenkins.
And we are the Bling
The Bling
Sisters.
Sisters.
Speed up. Anyway, we have our guest number 99, Suze Lanier-Bramlett, with us. And we just saw the trailer for the 1977 horror movie, now a cult movie, The Hills Have Eyes.
I have to say, I saw that at the drive-in, the UA6 drive-in here in, it was Roanoke Park or Santa Rosa, I can't remember. But in the 70s when it was out, when it was new.
It was
You're too young to
scary.
see it in the 70s. You must have been 3. Your mother shouldn't have.
I have 6 grandchildren.
Yeah.
No!
The camera loves us. Yes.
Oh my God, you girls. I can't believe it. Yeah, well, speaking of drive-in,
Yes.
that's how I met Delaney. He had seen The Hills Have Eyes at a drive-in in 1977. And so then my girlfriend's husband was in his band. So the next night
Oh.
I went to the Starwood with where he was playing with my girlfriend. Just I didn't even really want to go out that night. And she begged me and I said okay. And so he saw me and the rest was history. He'd seen me in the movie the night before and
Isn't
he
that
came up and
amazing?
said, give me your phone number. I'm going to marry you. It was a joke, but it turned out that that was a prophecy. And I met Delaney through The Hills Have Eyes. It's just the Hills Have Eyes has just always been a gift that keeps giving. It just never stops. It's in the Museum of Modern Art as one of the best or the best terror classic ever made. So yes, it's camp, but yes, it's also a classic.
Excellent. How do you feel being part of that bit of memory, that piece of history? Yes.
I don't think of it that way. I think of it as a job, as if I was going even to an office. It's like that's my job and that's what I do and this is who I am. And other people think of it in a more grandiose, I suppose that's the best word I can come up with, way than I do. I mean, I just always feel lucky to be working and lucky to be working at something I love and that's creative. I've never had a job outside of show business. So I feel very blessed about that. I haven't always gotten all the roles I wanted.
Right.
It's very competitive. It's very difficult, but I keep working. I have a new sitcom coming out, so I keep working, and that's a blessing. Not everybody can say that.
Not everybody can.
No, that is true. Let us talk about our 2-minute. Do we have something?
No. Yes, we have a 2-minute.
We have a 2-minute local spotlight that we've been featuring lately. It is Burton Eubank of the Bloodstones tonight, and I'm going to go ahead and roll that. And it is a little bit about his band and how you can go ahead and get in touch with them if you'd like to hire them. Here we go, Burton Eubank.
Greetings. This is your friend Basie Burton here with the Bloodstones, and I'm here to tell you that we want to give thanks for all of our fans, our loyal fans out there that have been supporting us for all this time. We really appreciate each and every one of you. I know during this time we're not able to get out and do live performances, but we will be very soon again as the restrictions start to be lifted. And just for your information, we are going to be getting together on February 6th, Bob Marley's birthday, in the studio to record a couple tracks that we haven't recorded before. And we're going to try and get these out to you as soon as we reasonably can, because we know that in this time when we're not able to do a live performance, that it's really crucial that we continue to do the music and to create more product for you. So anyway, if you like this hat that was made by Let's Be Irie and this shirt, you can come and get these things at www.burtoneubank.com. And there will be a link right here in the description. All right, thank you very much and bless.
I can turn up.
And we are back. That was our little Burton Eubank 2-minute spotlight.
Spotlight.
All right. We've got so many people that are joining us. We'd like to say hi to
A few people.
a few people. So what have we got?
I think we should go with Elisa Kaufman first. We
Elisa.
love Elisa. She's a lovely lady.
Crowbar. I love you. He's there.
Carl Wyatt.
Carl
Yay.
Wyatt.
Lucky 99, he says, for Suze.
And my sister, Kristen, is on. She was asking if that was pre-Tarantino for you. Like,
Yes, it was.
that was Wes Craven.
Yes.
Hello, Kristen. How are you, sweetie? My sister, she lives in Albuquerque.
And we have Les Edwins watching. Haiki Lati. Celia Peterson.
Hey,
Sabrina
Celia.
McMurtry.
Bree, hi. That's my granddaughter. I'm going to be great grandma.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. In May, we got a little boy coming.
Oh,
So we're thrilled.
That's so exciting.
great grandchild. Oh my God.
I know. It's amazing.
Unbelievable.
All right. We're going to look at
Are we going to?
are we going to? Are we done saying hi to everybody?
I think we are.
Okay, let's continue on.
I think we should. We should do something.
Well,
Okay, well, let's perform here. We have some stills, Suze. We have some stills from your work in some comedies. And we wanted to talk about some of the roles that you played. And
Cool.
this first still I have is the Kotter clan. Can you tell us a little bit about what it was like working with the Kotter clan? I mean, that is just, it's iconic. I remember watching this show. It was my
Are you
favorite.
talking about Welcome Back, Kotter?
Yeah.
I am.
welcome
Okay.
back.
So, I loved it. You know, everybody's really nice. The Sweat Hogs. I was one of the Sweat Hogs, and so I was John Travolta's girlfriend on the show for several episodes, and we just had a ball. A couple of them have passed away, and I'm still friends though with Larry Hilton Jacobs, and I was friends with Ron Palillo and Bobby Hedges up until they passed.
Aw.
So yeah, we were very close knit group.
Okay, my next still I have is Gabe and Bambi. It looks like she's graduating from John Travolta's girlfriend.
Well, I definitely came on to Gabe in the storyline. It was for some grades, you know. So I've always played a little bit of a bad girl.
Uh-huh.
You know, I always play not evil, really, just a little bit edgy. So I love those parts. I've never had a desire to play the sweet person. So and nor that I can remember. I can't even remember a role that I played in the mini where I ever played anybody terribly nice. I just did a film with Jodie Sweetin, an independent film with Jodie Sweetin, and even I'm playing her mother, and I'm just the worst mother. So you know, it's like, you know, and then in this new sitcom I have coming up, I'm edgy too. So I like that.
That's exciting. Let's go ahead and go to Jack and Chrissy. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, that's a kind of a Hollywood story. They had done the first pilot and they decided to recast the Chrissy part. And then they were doing the second pilot and they already had a girl that was Chrissy, that they cast as Chrissy, and they weren't happy with the performance. I had just driven in from the desert shooting retakes of The Hills Have Eyes. I was caked in sand and dirt and bruises. And my agent found me at the grocery store. There was nothing in the house to eat. And so I was at the grocery store and my agent paged me to put down the groceries and get over to ABC. They had to immediately cast this part. And I got groceries, leave them. So I go over to ABC. They put up these huge cue cards. I was a mess. I said, I'm nasty. I took a shower there. They did my hair. They put me in makeup, wardrobe, everything right on the set. And we went right onto the stage with Joyce and John. And I had to do the part with big cue cards because I couldn't memorize the lines in that short a time. And they flew back then, they couldn't email tapes.
Right.
Freddie Silverman was in New York and they put that tape on a jet and on a private jet, flew it to New York. And the next morning I was on the set with a deal in place. Well, because, the they were desperate. They were already in shooting. Crew, everybody was
Oh
there
my
already.
gosh. Okay.
So I got a sweet deal and a little too sweet, I think. So maybe they decided to either, go with Suzanne or, I know that she didn't make as much as I did on the negotiation because we did the pilot and the pilot sold and that was my performance.
Right.
And then she was picked up to do Chrissy, which was fine. I mean, I went on to do some wonderful theater, and that's really where my passion for acting started and still lies. I, recently have done over the last few years 3 plays with Leslie Jordan, who's just the internet sensation these days. And so Leslie and I work a lot together, and I have no complaints about not having, done the whole series of Three's Company.
Well, since you didn't do it, I couldn't see Suzanne Summers being Brenda. So I think you did a good job, and you've been able to make a living at it, which is amazing.
Yeah,
Hollywood could be a
I'm
hard
very
place.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
So let's see. So I have to ask you, do you prefer film or TV work?
I prefer film. I but I love TV. But film, I guess I feel a little bit more relaxed on television. It moves very fast. There's no room for error. There's no room for mistake. You have to have your lines. You can't mess up because it costs so much money. The same as on a film set, but it's not quite as pressure. Soap opera is the hardest.
Really?
Soap opera moves very fast. I did Days of Our Lives. I played the real estate agent on Days of Our Lives for a while, for a short time, and Cheryl, and was the name of the character. And oh my gosh, soap opera. That's hard work. That's really hard work. But TV's pretty difficult too. It's a lot of tension and stress on the set. Everybody's worried about getting it perfect. So film to me is more relaxed. I think you have more time to actually develop the character, I think.
So what was your most fun? What was the most fun role that you've done?
The most fun.
Or the one you enjoyed the most?
Well, I love this new character I'm playing in this new sitcom called Stripped with Casper Van Diem. I play this over the top, more mature, kind of a cougar, and so that's kind of fun. I always have fun. It's hard to pick one. If I was to pick one project in my whole life that meant the most to me, it would have been starring at the Amundsen in LA with Richard Chamberlain and Raymond Massey and Eleanor Parker, Dorothy McGuire in Night of the Iguana, and Tennessee Williams was one of the people. He was one of the producers, so he was there, and I worked with Tennessee Williams.
Oh my gosh!
That's my favorite credit of all. I've also been on the road a lot with in a long stint with Donald O'Connor. I've worked with some of the greatest artists in the world, and so if I was to pick theater or film or TV, I think I'd pick theater. I love theater.
The stage.
The stage, and I think that also makes me the saddest about COVID. I think television and film will continue to exist. I'm very worried about the state of the art of theater and live performance and sitting next to other people in the same, confined space. And I'm also a nightclub girl. I love to be in the nightclubs, sipping on a little martini and listening to great bands.
Yep.
Not only do I play in bands in clubs, but I go and hear a lot of music, and that's my favorite thing to do for entertainment. And so, um, we haven't been able to do that here in LA at all.
Nope, not here
Right.
either.
We don't have any live music to watch.
Oh, everybody.
It's definitely missing. Carl Wyatt is here. He is saying everyone is looking so well tonight. We've got Richie Blue saying
Richie.
hello from Fresno.
Fresno.
Excellent.
All right. Do you want to? Okay, so we have
A little video.
we do.
Speaking of music,
Yes.
watch what you ask for. Tell us a little bit about that.
You are a musician, also songwriter, singer.
I'm a musician and songwriter. I used to work, Delaney and I wrote a lot of songs together. And so I hadn't written music till I teamed up with him personally. And so I started doing some of the lyrics, and, you can't go to school to learn what Delaney Bramlett knew. He's a musical genius, and that's acknowledged by the Beatles and everybody else, Eric Clapton, whoever. He taught everybody, and he influenced everybody is really what I meant to say. And so I started writing my own music, and he was very helpful with that. I had a big audition for Brian De Palma to be in a girl band, and Delaney put the band together with the greatest players in the world. And I didn't get the part, but I got the bug to do music. So I've been doing it ever since. I play every day. I write every day. And Watch What You Ask For is just a song I wrote. And I said, I need to make a music video of this. And Michael Berryman asked me if it would be cool for him to be in it. And I said, yeah, I will. Let's write the whole storyline over Our Hills Have Eyes kind of relationship, not the story,
Right.
but the characters. And here we are now. It's fairly recent. So here we are now, this age, doing Watch What You Ask For. And also with Brooke Lewis, who's a very good friend of mine.
Okay, let's go. I'm
Let's roll
excited.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Watch What You Ask For.
Looked into your eyes, thought I read the meaning. I gave you my all, right from the beginning. I never would have thought you'd be so deceiving. That's what I get. I was stupid for believing. I bought up all your lies. They shine like silver dollars. You wrapped them all up to look like pretty flowers. You taught me the meaning, true deception. You called it love, I got nothing but rejection. Watch what you ask for, you just might get it. Don't start a fire you can't put out in a minute. In the heat of the moment, I let you in, it burned out of control. And that was the end, I know I said it. Watch what you ask for, yeah, you just might get it. You might regret it.
Okay.
And we are back.
Be
Welcome.
careful what you ask for.
That's right. Or else you'll end up on Silver Shell's Bling Party.
That's right.
I'm Silver Shells.
I'm Cindy Jenkins.
And we are the Bling,
Bling
Sisters. And we are interviewing our guest number 99, Suze Lanier-Bramlett. How are you? We just got finished watching your video. And what gave you the idea for that?
I don't know. I can't remember why I wrote the song, but nowadays, if you write a song, you kind of want it on YouTube, you know.
Right.
And so I did write the story to go with the song. Watch what you ask for, you just might get it. And I usually give that advice to younger girls that'll come to me and they're having love problems or whatever, and I'll go, you know, you better watch it because you might get what you want, and then you know, and then you don't want it. So that's kind of where the song originated. I wrote it with a co-writer named Ron Finn. We've written a lot of songs together, and I just thought I'd have fun with the video. I do the song in my cabaret rock show, and which is called Swamp Cabaret because there's a southern element, and then
Swamp
it's very
Cabaret.
very cabaret with comedy. And before the nightclub shut down, I was performing quite a bit in LA and had a nice following here, and gone to Orlando and sung with the Ladies of the Blues there, and you know,
nice.
Mhm. So I kind of do a bluesy, swampy sound thing.
Nice.
So Swamp Cabaret.
Swamp Cabaret.
Swamp Cabaret.
I like it.
That's the name of my CD, which is available on iTunes and CD Baby and all those places.
Okay.
Go do it. Go get it. So, you are also a photographer, and you were in the top 10 best photographers in 2005 by Backstage West. Is that correct? Right.
Yeah. You know, I was a very busy ingenue, and you know, you can't stay in the ingenue forever.
No.
And so when that slowed down, I wasn't acting as much. And I decided, I had a dream one night that I was shooting a camera, and like within a week I got one and called a few actor friends of mine, and I said, come over here and let me practice and figure out if I could do this. And it was all available light outside. And the second roll of film I shot, one of the agents in town saw it, big agent, and started sending me all these clients. And I just started with a photography career without even, I understood light
Right.
from having theater since I was 13. And so I understood how important the light is, and lighting is. And so shortly after doing a lot of headshots with available light, then I started using strobes, and I got a studio, and it just progressed from there. I started shooting for Neiman Marcus in Dallas, doing some of their catalog work, and shooting in Paris and England, London, New York.
Oh my gosh.
Lots of Nashville album covers.
Wow.
I shot Willie Nelson, you know, so that's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
Hang your camera around your neck. Yeah. I'm the boss.
I'm a Willie fan.
I love shooting because, you know, I just put my hair in a ponytail and put on some overalls, turn up the rock and roll, no makeup. I don't care what I look like. It's my job to make my client
Right.
look good.
Right.
And it's just like so chill for me, you know. I get a lot of joy from it. You know, I don't do it as much now because everybody's got an iPhone and
Right.
shooting themselves all the time. But from about 1986 until around when Delaney passed away, things were slowing down. Then around 2008, I was on an airplane all the time shooting.
And look at the difference now. Oh my gosh. I can barely go out of your house. Do you still take pictures though?
I do. I have a studio in near Malibu, near where I live, and so I have a studio, and if somebody needs headshots, I do them. I do several sessions a month, I guess. I don't advertise it. I'm at an age where I'd rather focus on acting and other things. I'm writing a book right now, and I'm trying my hand at being an author. So it's one thing you can do that's not quite as physical. Shooting as a photographer is very, very physical.
Because you're up and down and moving around and
up and down on a ladder, changing the backdrops, and helping the people pose and whatever. It's very, very physical, and so I still love doing it, but I don't want to do it all the time.
Right.
So I advertise. If somebody calls and asks me to do it, I'm very happy to do that.
But you'd rather do the television. So you have some upcoming projects, and don't you have a couple that are like on hold or?
Well, I think maybe one of them might be picked up. It's a sitcom called Stripped with Casper Van Diem, and Larry Hankins is in it, and Brooke Lewis is one of the producers, and Mark Klevenoff is the director. And so Christophe St. John wrote it before he passed away. So I'm excited about that being released. And I'm not sure that it has a home, but I think it's really close if it doesn't. And then I have another project called Red Rooms that I really talk about, but I can't wait for that to come out. I think it'll win a lot of festival awards.
Oh, good. What?
Another that's in the can that called Inverted. And I play sort of a Charles Manson female character. So
interesting.
So I hope that'll come out too.
Yeah, it sounds like you are busy. You've got all sorts of stuff going on. And we've really enjoyed talking with you. Our time is running out. And do you have any words you'd like to leave us with?
Well, please follow me on my Facebook, Suze Lanier-Bramlett. And Lanier is Lanier, Suze is Suze. And then I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Cameo, and every format you can possibly imagine.
You're there.
Follow me, I'll follow you back. And I love my fans, and I have had so much fun being on the show today.
Oh, thank you.
Well, we love you.
So, do you want to tell us about this last video? What it's,
the last video is
Facebook. And so we're going to go out with that. But thank you so much for joining us, Suze. I appreciate your willingness to come on and have a laugh with us and share some of your experiences. It was very nice.
And thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So do you want to
wear masks, get your vax, whatever?
That is right. Just stay
back out there. I want to be in a bar.
Yeah.
I want to dance to live music.
Right.
I want to dance.
That's right. We'll come out and we'll dance with you.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you want to tell us about the Facebook video?
Yeah. It's a satire on Facebook and how intrusive it is in your private life. Right. And it's a comedy. Almost everything I do like that is kind of a comedy. Yeah, it's a spoof. All it is a spoof on Facebook and how intrusive it is on your privacy.
It is. Well, good night, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Good night.
Join us next Thursday when we have King Solomon Hicks.
King Solomon Hicks from Harlem. He is incredible, 24 years old. His mother put instruments and a guitar in his hand at 6 years old and has taken him all over Harlem to all the nightclubs. And that's where he grew up, at places like the Cotton Club.
So we're looking forward to speaking with him on Thursday, 6 p.m. Same bat time, same bat place.
That's right.
That's right.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Suze.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
OMG, what's this I see? Scrolling down on my news feed, His status has just made me sick. He's in a new relationship. Everyone knows where he's been. His iPhone just checked him in. He ain't got no place to hide. He was tagged with her last night. You can comment, you can lie. What I posted drunk last night. Just log on, take a look. It's all right there on your Facebook. 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 I know what you ate last week. Roasted duck and collard greens. I found out all your secrecy. All along you've been lying like a dog at me. Facebook. Instagram and Twitter, Snapchat and Tinder, Wikipedia, social media is making me lose my mind. It's a viral piracy. Invasion of your privacy. I've wasted so much time stalking you on your timeline. Facebook. Yeah, right. Facebook. You can comment, you can lie. What I posted drunk last night. Just log on and take a look. It's all right there. It's all right there. It's all right there on your Facebook. Your Facebook. Your Facebook, babe. Your Facebook is telling me everything about you. How dare you meet up with that bitch? I see it all. You can't hide. There's no place to hide. There's no place to run. It's on Facebook.